What's up, people? It's YouKnowBall. We back. This is episode 4. I'm pretty glad at how I've been able to keep up with this. I'll be honest with you, this is gonna be a little intro. But I'm actually pretty happy about how I've been able to keep up with this. Normally, I tend to start things and then I don't do it, and then it's okay, well, I'm just not gonna do it anymore. But I'm actually keeping up with it, and I'm pretty proud of myself. So yeah. Hopefully people actually see this and actually enjoy me talk about sports and seeing how passionate I get for it. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. Thursday night football, Falcons and the Buccaneers. So my first thing is Falcons. Congratulations, you came down 14. You came down a 2-score lead in the fourth. I will say this though, that Kyle Pitts catch, incomplete. You know why? I said it's incomplete? Because the elbow touched down before his buttocks. Yes, his elbow came down before the buttocks came down. All right. Now you can look at the replay. It's about like a fraction of a second. Now, yes, in real time, okay, it looks kind of hard to say. It looks kind of hard to see, right? But if you look back at the replays, they showed a really good replay where it was kind of like a top down view, but a straight down the line top down view. I don't know how to explain it, right? But they went frame by frame, and the elbow touched before the buttocks. But why would I expect the refs to catch that? Because it's the refs. They're blind. The blind is as bats. You know what I mean? So I'm not expecting them to catch it. But I caught it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that it shouldn't have been a catch, because I thought it was clear to me that even though it was a fraction of a second, that his elbow came down before the butt came down. But again, I'm not a ref, and obviously refs are blind. So who am I to say? Anyways, overall though, this was a great game. The Falcons did convert a big 30-28. I don't even know how you let them convert. It was a 30 or 30-28. What it was a very long third down. And how do you let them complete that? The Bucs were in control for the majority of the game. Well, not for the majority of the game, but it was really in the second half where they took over, and you let them come back and win. Bucs are now 7-7. They still have a chance to make the playoffs, but I think they have I think I saw a graphic, right? It said they had an 80% chance to go into the playoffs with the win, and now with the loss they have a 35% chance or something like that, a 35% chance of making it to the playoffs now. And I gotta say, how do you let them come back and win? Dude, Bucks. Y'all played a great game. Y'all played a good 46 minutes. I'll say that. Because y'all didn't play a great 48. Oh, no, it's 12, 24, 30, 15, 30, 35. All right, y'all played a good 58. Good 58. I was thinking of basketball. Y'all played a good 58. Y'all played a good first 58, right? The first 58 minutes of the game, y'all played good. The last 2 minutes of the game, when it came down to the 2-minute warning, and after that, where did the defense go? It's nowhere to be seen. So, Bucks, congratulations. Y'all sold the bag. Falcons, congratulations. Now, moving on to the Wednesday games. We had the Lakers and Suns. And Lakers Spurs, Thunder's Sun. We're gonna talk about the Lakers Spurs first. I'm gonna say that both of these games were pretty much blowouts. I mean, for the first quarter, the Spurs and Lakers was a pretty close game for the first quarter, and then both teams got the Spurs got their lead up to double digits. Never really went down from there. The Lakers were able to get it within double digits like late in the second quarter after like a huge run. You know what I mean? They didn't stop or hitting shots. They got it on the single digits, and then they got the Spurs got it right back up to double digits, like almost instantly. So that's kind of like the theme of this game. Every time the Lakers would get the lead, start getting the lead, chipping down off the lead, Spurs would get it right back up, and it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back for the Lakers. That's what it really was for the Lakers. Like they would go 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, and it's like, well, we're not making any progress, and they never really did. LeBron had a huge poster though. I will say that LeBron had a crazy poster at 40 years old, 40, 41, 40, however old this man is now. There was a time back in the day where he would get above the rim. Now he's barely getting up to the rim, but he still jammed it. I'm like, okay, hold on now, you know what I mean? Maybe he's not washed just yet. You know what I mean? He definitely is washed though, but maybe not just yet. Anyways, like I said, that was kind of like the theme of the game, is that, you know, the Lakers would sort of get the lead down, and then it would literally go right back up. So yeah, great game for the Spurs though. Now moving on to Thunders and Suns. I was honestly like, I don't even know what to say. Like I was just kind of bored of the game, I guess. Like, cause like I already knew that the Thunder were gonna win. I was just like, okay, can the Suns keep it close? They did not. They didn't keep it close at all. I was very disappointed. I really thought that this was gonna be like closer of a game, honestly, but yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to say about a blowout? The Thunder dominated. That's all I'm gonna say, because that's all I can say about this game is that the Thunder dominated. Moving on, we have Raptors and Knicks. So it's kind of like the Lakers and Spurs game. Like I don't mean to like all these games were pretty much like, outside of like Heat and Magic, the Raptors versus Knicks, Thunder versus Suns, Lakers versus Spurs. They're all in that same area. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, oh, once one team gets the lead up to double digits, you know what I mean? Oh, the other team can't come back. And that's how it was. It was the Knicks got up to double digits. The Raptors haven't recovered. That's how it was. And it's like, I want to talk about these games. I want to have something to talk about these games. But it's like, if they're not close, then it's like, why? It's like, then why do I talk about these games if they're like, you know what I mean? Like, I really want to talk about these games. I want to, have something interesting to say. Like, oh, this was a really great game, and all this stuff. But it's like, it really wasn't. It's like, what do you want me to say? There's nothing for me to say. It's like, that's why it's like, dang. That's why, as much as I love the NBA, I sometimes hate it, because like, it's kind of like, you can kind of tell which teams are going to win and which teams are going to lose. And it's like, it's the same way with any sport, but with the NBA, it's like really apparent, because like the skill gaps between so many different teams, it's just like really apparent. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jalen Brunson, he always goes off. I really hate talking about this. Really hate talking about games that aren't interesting, because then I don't have nothing to say to y'all. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just gets boring. Anyways, moving on, we have this Florida showdown. We have Heat and the Magic, bruh. I thought this was gonna be another blowout. I really thought this was gonna be a blowout. Because hear me out, right? He started off on a 13-0 run in the first few minutes of the game. He were 13-0. They were hitting everything. That thing's green. 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 Fuck, nigga. Like, I'm like, oh, Lord. This is about to be a blowout, right? And the Magic was down 13 in the first quarter. It was 13-17. I'm like, oh, Lord. We about to get a blowout. Oh, boy, did I know. Oh, my goodness. Boy, when that second quarter came around, boy, whoo, boy, the Magic went off, bro. They took their first lead of the game, man. It was like after that second quarter. Wait, once that second quarter get from the second quarter on, man, it was a close game. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Like, it was if you saw only the first quarter, if you only saw the first quarter, like if you had something to do where like, oh well, this, or if you thought, oh, this is gonna be a blowout, then you missed a great game. I mean, this was awesome. I mean, dude. I mean, it looked like for that first half, for that first quarter, bro. It looked like the Heat couldn't hit, could not hit nothing. That's not the correct wording. They were hitting everything. They were hitting everything. Let me say that. The Heat were hitting everything in that first quarter, man. And I was like, yo, this might be a blowout. Like I said, but this was a really great game. The Magic, they really fought hard, man. You know, obviously, you know, they're coming back off of, you know, Apollo getting back, but also Wagner getting injured. I think that's the same injury. This is around the same time they had an injury last year as well, which is kind of crazy to me. But, you know, but it's just like, it's just kind of crazy to me. But it's like they get one of their star players back, and then as soon as that one star player comes back, their other star player is done for at least a couple months at least. I don't know how long he's gonna be gone for, but praying up to Wagner though. But this was a really great game. I really enjoyed it, especially of how the other games went. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so glad that this game was a good game, unlike the other ones. Moving on, though, that was a Tuesday game. We have the Monday Night Football game. Chargers and Eagles. 8-4. Both teams are 8-4. And this is what we're subjected to. Jalen Hurts. What are we doing, man? Look. Hold on. You had 4 picks. And these aren't even... Okay, one of them was a tip pass that should have been caught by A.J. Brown, right? I'll give you that. Right? But you had a pick in overtime that you should have thrown. You had a pick to a big man. He fumbled it. You picked it up and then fumbled it again. The Lord said, the Chargers were out of the ball. I don't care. And you want to tell me this man is top 5. And you want to tell me this man is top 5. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, man. Because Jalen Hurts. Okay, I'm gonna let all the other picks go. Not saying I'm excusing them, but like, okay, those were during the game. You still had a chance to win the game. I'm talking about the pick in overtime. You had Dallas Goedert in the flat. You you had A.J. Brown run a corner route. It was zone coverage. The guy who tipped the ball and then I think made the play, or the dude, or both players, right? Both Chargers defenders were in zone coverage. They were reading your eyes, right? Why did you think you could make that pass? Why did you think you could make that pass? What was going on through your mind? You had Dallas guy in the flat. Just throw the flat right, bro. You have all the time in the world. I just don't get it. Both teams played absolutely horrendous. Dude. I was even watching the Monsters Inc. version of this game, right? Just for shits and giggles. I thought this was gonna be a great game. I mean, if you look at the score, you're like, oh, this was a great game. Defensively, but not offensively. I mean, this is absolutely man. I'm gonna move on though. Right? We got Suns and Timberwolves. This game, man. Oh, Timberwolves came in on a 5-game win streak, right? And they played like they definitely did play like honestly, this was a really great game. I really enjoyed it. I thought that there was a flagrant 2 on Rudy, and I think that was a good call because I'm like, Rudy, you didn't have to do it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like he decided to forearm him, to forearm what's his name, to forearm homeboy, and forearm him in the side. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that. The Timberwolves did take look. I mean, like, all right, we're back. The Suns did have the lead for the majority of the game. Like, it did seem like they were gonna continue that. Like they did. Like they didn't really take like a double-digit lead, but it did take a little sizable lead. But it's like the Timberwolves will always do just enough to like. Timberwolves will always do just enough to keep it in range, but like never really like tie the game. They will always like get it close. Like when halftime, it was 61-57. You know what I mean? And they would always do just enough to keep the game close, but never really actually like tie the game. They did tie the game though, with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and then they eventually did take the lead in the third quarter. But the quarter did end 84-84. Who's calling? Dang it. But the game was close all the way through the end. The Suns did get off to a hard start within the fourth quarter. They went on a 7-0 run, and I mean they kind of like held the lead from there. Like they did hang on to win though. So, you know, it was a really great game. I really enjoyed it. This was just really like, well, this was a great team, and then like a mediocre team. I'll say that the Suns are like a mediocre team. Like they could be good when Devin Booker goes back though. I will say that. Moving on to the Sunday night game. Texas versus Chiefs. Are we understanding that the Texans are the best defense in the league? Are we understanding that now, people? Are we comprehending that the Texans have the best defense in the league? Not only are the metrics saying it, the media is saying it, but the eye test is showing it too. Time and time again. They hold high-powered offenses like the Bills, like the Chiefs. It held them to nothing. It held the Colts to like 13. Time after time after time, they show it, and it's like y'all like what more? If their offense could just get a little bit better, they're fine. They're in the same situation as the Eagles, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and which I already talked about, the Eagles, and the Broncos. All three teams have really great defenses, but average offenses. You know, and you need you don't need a good you don't really need a good you don't really need a good offense to win, but it definitely would help to have a good offense. But none of these teams have good offenses per se. Yes, they have the talent on offense, but sometimes talent doesn't translate to results. You know what I mean? And that's just how it is. And that's how the Texans are. They have the talent on offense, but it just isn't translating properly. And I think that's the biggest part. The Chiefs, yeah, y'all boys are cooked. The dynasty's over for y'all, man. I'm gonna just say, the dynasty is cooked for the Chiefs. Kelsey is washed. Outstanding. Girl, you knock me out. Yeah, he's washed. He's washed. I mean, like, my goodness. Man. I mean, the Chiefs, y'all went for it. On back-to-back drives, on fourth down. Didn't convert either. I don't know why once on one first down. Like, I know the second first down, the second time y'all went for it on fourth down was like for game, right? Pretty much. But that first time y'all went for it on fourth down, there was like 6 minutes left to go in the game. In your play the field position game. Like that first fourth down, y'all have a drop pass. That second fourth down, now you decide to punt it. I don't understand why you didn't punt it the first time either. Because on that second fourth down that y'all decided to punt on, you know what happened? The Texans punted you the ball right back. So I don't understand why you couldn't have just punted it to them on that first fourth down. But the Chiefs though, the Chiefs, it's not even Mahomes. It's not even Mahomes' fault. He's doing the best he can. But there's only so much you can do when your players like, you know what? You know what I'm gonna have? I'm gonna have Butterfingers. I'm gonna have Butterfingers. Moving on. I'm sorry. Moving on. We have the Packers. We have the Bears. Battle for first seed in the NFC North. Woo! Man. You know, it was fine. It was finally good to watch a Bears-Packers game where I didn't know that the Packers would immediately win. That the Packers would automatically win. It was actually refreshing. Because I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, okay, maybe the Bears win. Maybe the Packers win. It was finally refreshing to have a game, a Packers and Bears game, where the outcome wasn't, Aaron Rodgers is going to go throw for 500 yards, 5 TDs, and the Packers are going to win. Now, the Packers did win because Caleb Williams threw a pick. I mean, that's not on him though. I think he definitely did see the cornerback. You know what I mean? I do definitely think he saw it. I just don't think he floated it enough. I think he had the right idea. I'm like, okay, if I could float this enough, You know what I mean? It's obviously going to be a touchdown, but I don't think he floated it enough, and that's why it was picked off. Now, yes, you can say, oh, DJ Moore was in the flats. My brother, did you watch the play? If he stops and sets his feet to throw, you want him to throw it you want him to, hold on. I can't even get up. You want him to throw like this? Like moving this way. You want him moving this way to throw it that way. Is that what you're telling me? No, he can't do that. But like I said, though, it was very. I did enjoy the fact that, it wasn't like, oh, the Packers are automatically gonna win. I did enjoy that. Now, we have Vikings and Commanders. We have Steelers, Ravens. Vikings versus Commanders. Blowout. 31-0. The Commanders, yeah, better luck next year, man. That's all I can say. It's like, and I feel bad for Commanders fans because y'all had a great year last year. I mean, like, it looked like, oh, y'all were on the up and up. Y'all got Deebo Samuel. You know what I mean? You got some players. I'm like, okay, y'all making some moves. Y'all, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this could be good. And then the Jan Daniels injury happened. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. He's been injured like 4 times this year. I think. Maybe not. I don't know. But he's been injured quite a few times. And it's like, dude, protect yourself. Your team ain't going to get any better with you there. And that's the sad part. He was like, you would think your star player would help your team get better. But it's like they don't get better with him there. They're the same. They're just like, we're the Commanders. You know what I mean? Yeah. But J.J. McCarthy had a great game. No picks, 3 touchdowns. Looked very impressive. I mean, I think they did a very good job with how they handled it. Obviously, he's going to need to get some reps under him. Get some confidence in his body. I think this was like that perfect game to do so. I think they did a very good job with the play call and everything. The run game looked very strong as well. Moving on to Steelers and Ravens. The loser goes to 6-7. I don't know why I did that. Oh my god. Yeah, the winner went to 6-7. The loser goes to 6-7. Steelers and Ravens. It was a very good game. I thought it was a very good game. I thought the Ravens got absolutely not the Ravens, but the Steelers got absolutely bailed out on that Isaiah Likely call. Because how is that not a catch? He takes 2 steps, and is a football move not sticking out the ball? Like if I stick out the ball, right? Say my PS5 controller, right? It's ball. And I catch it, right? I catch it on like the 1 yard line, right? I take 2 steps and then I stretch the ball out. And then I drop it after I've put it over the goal line. Is that a catch? It seems like every year, or not even every year, but each week the refs are rewriting what a catch is and what a catch isn't. And it's the most confusing thing ever. Because I'm thinking, 2 feet down, firm possession of the ball, he had the ball out. What do you mean it's not a... I don't even know. But the Steelers actually looked pretty decent in this game. I mean, they played a pretty good game. They had a deep ball to DK for like the first time in like forever. Aaron Rodgers, he put out the discount double check for like the first time in like years. So Saints played a really good game though, but I think the Ravens got absolutely screwed. It also doesn't help that Lamar ever since he's come back, you can see he's not 100%, and it's clearly shown, and because he's not as accurate as he is. Like Lamar is normally a really accurate person, a really accurate QB, and he just was not accurate at all this game. And yeah, moving on, we have Championship Saturday. We had the Big Ten Championship. We had the SEC Championship. And we had the Big 12 Championship. Let's get started with the Hoosiers and the Buckeyes. OHIO, what are we doing? Ryan Day. Hey, guys, I'm Ryan Day. The run game isn't working. Let's continue to run the ball. The run game isn't working. Let's run it up the gut, like a negative 2-yard run. Let's only throw it on third downs, right? You have Cornell Tate and Jeremiah Smith on your team, and you don't use them. You have Jeremiah Smith, the best wide receiving duo in the league. And boy, Ryan Day. He is the Mike McCarthy of college football. He's carried by talent. Ohio State's offense, absolutely garbage this game. I mean, like, what was that? What kind of display of offense was that? I could put on a better display of offense than that. Ohio State's defense played really well, though. The Hoosiers' defense, they did play really well, though. I will say that the Hoosiers' defense did play, like, really well. They really impressed me. And the offense, I mean, obviously, they're going to be against Ohio State. They're not going to play as well. But I did, like that Fernando Mendoza, like, he did get hurt on the first play. But, he fought through it. He had some really clutch throws. I mean, like, that third, it was like a third down in like the second or third quarter. Big play to get him into the red zone, and then obviously that big play to the same person. I forgot the dude's name, but he had a big play on a third down for a game. Like, this was for a game, and he threw it up, and homie caught it. So I gotta respect it though. He played a great game. But I'm just really disappointed in how Ohio State played, because what was this atrocious play calling? Like, what you can't. I don't even know. I don't even know if I can even call that play calling. Yeah. But both teams are in the playoffs though, so congratulations to both of them. Y'all deserve it. Georgia versus Bama. Before we get into it, I will say this. Bama, as a 3-loss team, got into the CFP. Take it out your mouth. Take it out your mouth, committee. Take it out your mouth, committee. Like, just take it out your mouth, man. I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. Take it out your mouth, committee. Cause like, if y'all want it, y'all just want Bama in the playoffs. I don't think that a 3-loss team should ever be in the college football playoffs. That's just my 2 cents, though. I'm not a professional, but I will be a professional, and you will hear my voice. But I will say this: a 3-loss team should not be in the college football playoffs. Anyways, Georgia versus Bama. Bama got that belt, 28-7. Like it looked like it was gonna be close. It looked like I thought it was gonna be a good game. It was 21-0, and then 21-7, and then 28-7. Yeah. Congrats, Bama. You got embarrassed in the SEC championship, and you didn't get punished for it. Absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. And then Notre Dame, piss off, dude. Join a conference. If you wanted to be in the college football playoffs, join a conference. All your other athletics are in part of the ACC. Join the ACC. Moving on. We have Texas Tech versus BYU. We got the Cougars versus the Red Raiders. BYU, they started off strong. They had a really great first drive. And that was it. That was literally it. That was their whole game. It's like, hey, we're going to have a really great first drive. And then we're not going to be shit for the rest of the game. We're going to be hot garbage. We're going to be Oscar the Grouchy. I mean, we're going to be living in a trash can. Like, ever since that first drop, it was all Texas Tech after that first drop. Congrats to Texas Tech. I think they're in the CFP. BYU. I don't even know what to say to y'all. But Texas Tech's defense was really good. I forgot the dude's name. I think it was number 13. But that dude is killer, man. Woo! That defense, man. Yeah, I even got there, but yeah, BYU. I don't even know what to say with y'all. I don't have nothing to say. Then we have Mavs versus Thunder. I mean, the first quarter was tied. I mean, it's like that's all I can really say. Like, the first quarter was tied, you know. Yeah. I hate to break it to you, but it's like a lot of these Thunder games are blowouts. So it's like I don't even know what to say. But yeah, the first quarter was tied, and then it was just like all Thunder after that. Yeah. Now we have JMU versus Troy. This is a lot different than what I'm used to talking about. Because normally I talk about the big teams. Nah, this is JMU. My not like my hometown, but like a team within my state, pretty much. We had JMU versus Troy. I will say this though. The Trojans, they had negative rushing yards. They were the first team to have negative rushing yards in a game, but they were the first team with negative rushing yards, but multiple rushing touchdowns since Miami against Middle Tennessee State in 2022. Yeah. Like, this was like, I mean, this was like a close game for the majority of it, but then like in the third and fourth quarter, JMU really pulled away. They had they did force a couple. They forced a fumble. They forced a fumble. They forced an interception, I think. Wait, where is it? Where is it? I know they forced it. They did force an interception, right? I don't know. I thought they forced an interception. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it. Maybe I'm looking at my notes wrong. Oh yeah, they did. They did. No, they did. But their defense played really good for what the score seemed like. It was 31-14 at the end of it, but their offense just couldn't get nothing going. It's like everything was inaccurate, and it's like there's only so much your defense can do when your offense is doing absolutely nothing. And I think that was the biggest case here. Is that that's was really the case. Is that like, okay, well, Troy's offense isn't gonna do anything. Moving on though to the last game that I'm gonna be talking about here, the Friday night game between Celtics and the Lakers. I was honestly really impressed by Jordan Walsh. I will say this. Before we get into that, like anything about the game, I will say I was very impressed by Jordan Walsh. He's like the light skinned bald dude. He played really great defense on Austin Reeves. He made it really hard for Austin Reeves to get buckets. Like obviously, Austin Reeves they end up with like 30 something. You know what I mean? He ended up like 30 plus, but with Jordan Walsh's defense on him, like he made it extremely hard though for him to get going, get any buckets. Like he made it like he Austin Reeves had to really work for it. But this game wasn't close at all. Like, it was over from the first half, from the first quarter. It was a done deal. It was a done deal for the first quarter. Yeah. Like, I hate talking about blowouts because, like, there's nothing for me to say. Like, yeah. But that's the end of it, guys. I hope y'all enjoy this. Hopefully, this coming up week's game a lot better than this because I really hate having. I've said it. I've said it multiple times in this video, but I really don't like talking about blowouts. And it's like I don't want, because it really takes away from my enjoyment of the game if it's a blowout. You know what I mean? But hopefully next week's games are better than this one's. Yeah, so until then, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.